with Klaus, right? Who is our next keynote speaker. Klaus-Michael-Christensen, he is coming here with Cupcake. His background is Danish, from Finland to Denmark now.
We're going south.
Bitte?
We're going south.
We're going south, slowly. Next one is coming from Switzerland. Du willst auf Deutsch sprechen, oder?
Well,
as you want.
can I do it in English?
I guess.
Okay.
So we stay in English then.
Man muss reden miteinander, but I also have to make me understood.
Yeah, that's for sure. You will make yourself understood.
Yes.
I'm totally sure of that. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, and I'm so happy. Thank you very much for letting me come here and talk. My theme is collaboration. Collaboration is one of the things that I think we think it's very difficult to collaborate. We can negotiate, we can build things together, we can operate, but collaborate for larger goals is what I'm going to talk about today. Have you ever heard somebody at a COP that says at the end closing ceremony, the time is now, we are in a crisis, let's come together and work together. And you know what they do next COP? They say exactly the same things. Because in between events, we are not collaborating. We are not. We think we are, but we are not. And do I have something going on here? Oh, yes. So this is a stakeholder in a collaborate network. It's one stakeholder. And what I like about collaboration was that you always take it from the person you are and what your incentives are to do something and to engage. And I had the privilege of being an entrepreneur, driving my products. I was in banking, selling investments. I was in an NGO trying to do a change. I was in many different situations. And every time I had different people I wanted to talk to and speak to. And that's the point, is that when in a tunnel, you only see the world in one way. But to collaborate, you have to have a bigger goal. And Cupcake is a company I'm representing here at the moment. And what it does, it has a collaborative orchestration platform. Its only point here is to get stakeholders to collaborate with each other. That's its aim. Not to sell anything else, than making us work together. And why we are here with Next Generation is because we all need to work together. We all need to collaborate together. And together we get stronger. But the question is how? How do we do it after this event? How are we going to do this after this event? So what I want to talk about is collaborate for goals. Next Generation has eight major areas to collaborate about that we want to achieve. Nobody can get these goals by themselves, nobody. But we can do that in collaboration with each other. And that's why we're introducing today on Next Generation a platform that will allow all of you to collaborate for the goals you are looking for. But what are the goals you are looking for? We have to decide about that. To create these solutions for Next Generation, we need a place for collaboration and manage the interplay between us. And this is basically not just between investors and KMUs. It's the governments, it's the NGOs, it's everybody you need to drive something that you have. Because you've also heard this, nobody has the one solution by himself. Nobody has one solution for any of the goals. We have to collaborate. And to have a term about it, I call it stakeholder management. And when you think this is how our daily life works, this is like when we negotiate, we make plans and This is from kind of a city who wants to make urban development project. All these has to be organized. What we are trying to do for Next Generation now is to make a process for the KMUs, how to engage, onboard them, and the end, monitoring their process. By doing this, you create efficiency and you create value, and you create the possibility to achieve the goals that we are setting out to do. So in Next Generation collaboration, there's just 4 points we want to do in our workshop, and please come to the workshop. Because we have to agree to where we go. Do you know the saying, if you don't know where to go, you won't get there. You need to define where you want to go and what problem you want to solve. If you have SDGs, 17 SDGs, which one are you want to do something for? Then we will present Swiss Frame is a solution in the KMU, fantastic solution to how to decarbonize the building market in Switzerland, which is 26% of our emissions in Switzerland. One solution there, but you have to collaborate with somebody to do that, right? Then we identify the stakeholders who wants to help you out to achieve the decarbonization goal. And then in the end, what we do, we find a place for the collaborators to collaborate with each other, a secure and safe place. Because collaboration is difficult. We all have different opinions about stuff. So that's what we're going to offer for Next Generation now. So I have a speech impediment. I had borreliosis, so some words I couldn't pronounce. And I created a word that I couldn't pronounce either. It took me 2 years to say Collabonomics. And Collabonomics is nothing else that to collaborate for economic outcomes, socio-economic outcomes. Like Thomas says, it has to be viable, it has to bring money, it has to make sense, sustainable on a financial sense, but it also has to create an outcome. And so what we're doing with the workshop, we are making a Collabonomic workshop to see which stakeholders can help each other create these goals. And why did I get this idea? Is that I read in a report once that 16% of all initiatives, blended finance initiatives, that's when the World Bank gets together with the governments, who gets together with investors, big project owners, infrastructure. They make this blended finance projects to give access to dams, to create, reduce poverty, to do all these goals. Rangers, help things. They get different kind of money together from investors to philanthropists and all that. And this they call blended finance. And 60% of the global blended finance initiatives are successful. But what does it mean? 84 are not successful. And why are they not successful? Because they are hard. So blended finance, just to say what it is to, when you want to get institutional investors to invest in a project, you can give some concessionary loans. When you have a bond, you can de-risk the bonds. When you have, I'm talking too fast. Maybe you press it. There you go. And if you want to make financial and social returns, you can actually add in some grants from a government or institution, or you can set up big projects, but they cost a lot, so you get some grants for that as well. And this is blended finance. But what's really important here is that they don't function because these projects don't have a goal. a potential goal that actually can be communicated. The projects are not investor ready or business ready. The stakeholders don't know how to collaborate with each other because they are all over the world. Some are from Africa, some in the north. And human capital, you have an idea, but you don't have the people to do it. And then because of all this collaboration, it's too expensive. Now, this is the problem we want to solve. This is the problem we want to solve through collaboration. And we made this platform. I can't show it live now, but basically what you do is that you join up to Next Generation, and you will have your own entrance to a secure platform where you can make your own projects visible to the rest of the community that you have in Next Generation, telling you exactly what you want, and then connect with the people that you want to collaborate with, investors, partners, and so on and so forth. So after this event, we don't have to wait for your next event that you like. We can actually communicate and do a lot of things. So basically, you have your personalized, and this is your offer, to be digital connected to anybody here who joins up. And one of them who, this is a showcase, one of them that had honors on the platform already is Swiss Frame. And what do they want to achieve? They want to decarbonize all the buildings in Switzerland. Not only the family Häuser, but every building, I just say like this, okay? And they have written down the people they want to collaborate with: architects, Immobilien facility manager, Bauunternehmen, Wissenschaft. All those can help them achieve the decarbonization of Switzerland's buildings. If you are any of those, you can actually work on this goal together. What they can provide is 80% Energiekostenersparnisse. They can provide 65% decarbonization in buildings. So they have a solution, but they need you as well. And the problem is basically in Switzerland, the main goal is that Haushalte and die Dienstleistungen, they are really a big part of our emissions in Switzerland. I just want to show you, since 1990, at 100, the Heizgrad-Tage is exactly the same as it is today. No progress in Switzerland in decarbonizing. If you don't think that's a problem to solve, I don't know which problem is we should solve. So if I said, if you don't know where to go, you will not get there. So if you define your problem or your challenge, you can collaborate with the rest. And I just want to say, funding is basically a collaborative effort. If real estate owners in Switzerland want to decarbonize their offices, their buildings, they can actually access different kind of funding depending on what their goals are. And when you do that, you can actually attract investors and banks. But it's, again, a collaborative effort. In Swiss Frame's case, they have one part of the solution with the smart heating technology, but they need to have renewable sources of energy, and they need to have buildings that are insulated well. So that's a collaborative effort as well, not just a customer-client issue. So we'd be very happy to showcase how this works and how you can collaborate with Swiss Frame. And we're making basically a workshop called Collabonomics workshop, where we're basically talking about what are the goals we want to solve together, who are the stakeholders who can help Swiss Frame in achieving their goals together, and what are the contributions each stakeholder can provide in order to make this happen. And then we hope to tell you about some action points afterwards. We hope. And I love these two quotes. The secret of getting ahead is getting started, and everything seemed impossible until it's done. So let's call this impossible task not impossible. Let's just do it. And if you want to get in contact with Swiss Frame, please, and if you want to get onto the platform of Next Generation, please take a copy of this QR code or write to Mara. Mara is over there. Please stand up. You are there. And that's also where you can find us in the workshop. And I thank you very much. And let's go collaborate.